Hi, welcome back to my story time with Nana. I have another story of another kid who gets another job. I am very excited about this story. I hope you are too. Let's begin. Robbie gets a job. Hey, Mommy! Robbie called out over his shoulder. His mother was working in the flower bed, planting marigolds. I found another golf ball. Go put it in with the others you found, she said. Robbie plucked the ball up from the grass and walked over to the side of the house. He'd been finding golf balls all spring and had quite a collection in a bucket next to the garage. They lived across the street from a very popular golf course near the 14th hole. He dropped the ball into the bucket and realized it was nearly full. That night at dinner, Robbie told his parents that the bucket of golf balls was almost full. You know, when I was a kid, my friends and I would collect golf balls from the bunkers and the water hazards, Daddy told Robbie. Then we would bring them home, wash them, go back to the golf course and sell them back to the golfers. Wow! Did you make a lot of money? Well, not a lot of money, but enough to buy an ice cream cone and a hot dog at the Dairy Queen. Say, do you think I could do the same? I don't see why not, Daddy answered. How many balls do you think you have? I don't know. Well, I can help you count them after dinner if you want, his sister Chloe offered. Okay, he said happily, thanks. And you don't have to give me a commission, she told him. What's a commission? That's when you get a portion of the profits for helping. I don't want anything. I just think it will be fun counting and cleaning the golf balls with you. Thanks, Chloe, Robbie said, but I'll be happy to share the profits with you. Maybe we'll get enough where we can buy an ice cream cone for both of us. After dinner, the children helped Mommy clean the table and put the dishes in the dishwasher. Can we bring the golf balls in here to count them and clean them? Robbie asked. Sure, Mommy told him, but make sure you clean up after yourselves. And remember, we'll be eating breakfast here tomorrow, so no dirt on the table. Robbie went out to get the bucket and Chloe filled the sink with hot soapy water. And when he came back, Chloe dumped the bucket of golf balls into the soapy water and began washing, while Robbie dried each and every golf ball. Robbie lined them up on a towel, and when they finished, they counted out 50 golf balls. I think you're going to make a lot of money, Chloe told Robbie. I think you're right, he answered. If I sell them for 50 cents apiece, that's $25. Tomorrow we'll take them over to the golf course. We? Do you want me to come with you? Chloe asked. Sure, you helped clean them. Well, then I'll make the sign, the for sale sign, and we better get to bed early. It's going to be a busy day tomorrow. After making the sign that read, Experienced Golf Balls for Sale, the children kissed Mommy and Daddy goodnight and raced up to bed. Robbie was very excited about selling all these golf balls. The next morning after breakfast, the children dressed in their weird selling golf ball clothes, brushed their teeth, and headed over to the golf course across the street with their freshly washed golf balls. It didn't take long for the golfers to realize the children were selling golf balls at a great price. Hello, said an old man wearing bright green pants, a green checked shirt, and a bright green hat to match his pants. I heard you're selling experienced golf balls. We sure are. My name is Robbie, and this is my sister Chloe, Robbie said, extending his hand. These golf balls have actually played this course before. The old man chuckled, shaking Robbie's hand. My name is Mr. Hogan. I'm interested in buying a couple of your golf balls. I've had some problems on the front nine, so I could use a couple of extra golf balls. Well, look no further, Robbie said. How many would you like today? I think I'll take 6 golf balls, please. Wow, thank you. Robbie took 6 of the cleanest balls out of the bucket and handed them to Mr. Hogan. No, thank you. He handed Robbie $3. Say, I was wondering if I could ask a favor. I'm at the end of my golf game, only 4 holes to go, but I'm having a hard time pulling my golf bag. Robbie, would you be interested in being my caddy for the rest of the round? Boy, would I ever! I'd have to ask my mother first, though, Robbie answered. If you wait here, I'll go ask. We only live right across the street. Sure. I'll help your sister sell some more golf balls till you return. I'll be right back. Robbie yelled over his shoulder as he ran home to tell his mommy about Mr. Hogan. Mommy, he cried as he ran across the lawn. Mommy was working in another flower bed, only on the other side of the house this time. She was planting peonies. Over here, Robbie. She stood up, brushing off her knees. Is everything okay? Is it ever? He ran to his mother. We met an old man. His name is Mr. Hogan, and he wants to hire me to be his caddy for the rest of his game. Can I please? Like a real job? Mommy asked, taking off her garden gloves. Yes, come with me. The golf course. So you can meet Mr. Hogan. He'll tell you all about it. He grabbed her hand, started pulling her towards the golf course. Okay, Mommy laughed. Let's go meet Mr. Hogan. Mommy and Robbie walked across the street. I'm back, Robbie called out. Mr. Hogan, this is my mother, Mrs. Truitt. Hello, he tipped his hat. My pleasure. You have 2 very polite children. Well, thank you, she said, extending her hand. Very pleased to meet you. Well, I suppose Robbie told you that I'm in need of a caddy, Mr. Hogan said, shaking her hand. My knees aren't what they used to be, and I sure could use some help pulling my golf bag. But only if you say it's okay. Please, Mommy, please. I suppose, she answered. Do you think you'll be able to even pull the golf bag? Sure. Robbie ran to the pulley and gave a demonstration of how he could pull the bag. See, I can roll it easy. He is pretty strong, Chloe told them. Looks like he'll be a good caddy for you, Mr. Hogan. I think you're right, Chloe, Mr. Hogan said. Say, if you and your mother don't have anything to do for the next 30 minutes or so, I would be honored to have an audience again. Again? Asked Robbie. Did you have people following you today? Oh, not today. But there was a time, he said, closing his eyes for a moment. There was a time. Well, we'd love to, Mommy said. Come on, Chloe, grab the bucket of golf balls. We have a tournament to watch. Chloe grabbed the bucket and she and Mommy followed along, watching Robbie pull the golf club bag and Mr. Hogan playing his round of golf. Robbie carefully selected which club would be best for each hole, with Mr. Hogan's help, of course. And after every swing, Mommy and Chloe would clap and cry out, "Ooh! Ah!" When they got to the 18th hole, the last hole of the course, well, this is it, Mr. Hogan said. Hey, Robbie, how would you like to be my caddy for the summer? Like a real job? He asked. Sure, Mr. Hogan told him. I play every Wednesday, and you did such a great job today. Well, I cannot imagine golfing without you. And if your parents and sister want to follow along, it won't hurt my feelings. Mommy, did you hear that? Robbie cried out, Mr. Hogan wants me to be his caddy on Wednesdays. Can I please? It's a real job. Well, we'll discuss that with your father first, but I'm sure it won't be a problem. Seems like a done deal, Mr. Hogan said. Hand me that driver, Robbie. Let's get this ball down where it belongs. Mr. Hogan took a couple of short practice swings about a foot away from the ball, and then steadied himself and swung with all his might. Holy cow, Mr. Hogan! Robbie said, amazed. You hit that ball all the way to the green. Yeah, I did. Looks like you bring me good luck, Mr. Hogan said, ruffling Robbie's hair. Bet I'll golf well this whole summer thanks to you. That evening at dinner, Robbie's father agreed with Mommy that it would be a great learning experience being Mr. Hogan's caddy for the summer. The following Wednesday, Robbie met Mr. Hogan at the clubhouse. Good morning, Robbie, Mr. Hogan said. Let me show you around before we head out to play. Mr. Hogan showed Robbie the store with all sorts of golfing items like shirts and golf balls and clubs and tees. Not the kind you drink. The kind you set a golf ball on. And hats, you name it, they had it. He showed Robbie the restaurant. Some of the golfers were eating breakfast. He showed Robbie the garage where they kept all the golf carts plugged in for the night. Maybe one day you'll drive me around in one of those. Cool! Robbie spent the summer working for Mr. Hogan every Wednesday. He learned a lot, too. After his round of golf on Wednesdays, Mr. Hogan would give Robbie a lesson, teaching him how to stand, how to swing, how to putt. He taught him all about golf. By midsummer, Daddy started going golfing with Mr. Hogan, and Robbie was responsible for 2 bags. It was a lot of work for him, but he never complained. It was fun spending the day with Mr. Hogan and Daddy. About 2 weeks later, when Daddy and Robbie got to the clubhouse, Mr. Hogan was sitting in a golf cart waiting for them. I figured you deserved a little help moving those bags, Mr. Hogan told Robbie. Wow! Robbie yelled out. We get to ride in a golf cart! Sure, and there may even come a day I let you drive. So for the rest of the summer, Robbie worked every Wednesday as Mr. Hogan's and Daddy's caddy, and by the end of summer, he was driving the golf cart. I sure am glad you found those golf balls. You made this one of the most memorable summers, Mr. Hogan said, ruffling Robbie's hair. Seeing golf through your eyes reminded me of when I first started playing golf and how much I loved the game. This has been the best summer and best job ever, Robbie told him. I got to learn about golf, spend every Wednesday with you and my daddy, and best of all, I got to drive a golf cart. What more could a boy want? The end. Wow, Robbie sure was lucky he found those golf balls and then met Mr. Hogan and learned all about golf and got to drive a golf cart. How exciting! I hope you enjoyed tonight's story. Don't forget to share my stories. I'll see you next week with the last of Someone Gets a Job. Thank you so much for coming in tonight. Mwah! See you next week.